Ladies and gentlemen, do we have a big story to talk about today? Wow, I cannot believe this is actually what happened. I'm actually still in shock. This happened yesterday afternoon. I am still in complete shock about what just happened. JJ Watt signs with the Cardinals, the Arizona Cardinals. Now, I can understand why he signs with the Cardinals, because his buddy DeAndre Hopkins is in Arizona as well, thanks to the Texans' horrible decision-makings the previous season. But JJ Watt is on the Cardinals now. That is absolutely crazy, bro. I cannot believe that JJ's actually on the Cardinals. That team is nasty. Chandler Jones and JJ Watt coming off the edge on both sides. That's a Madden fantasy lineup right there with Chandler Jones and JJ Watt. I'm pretty sure that Field Yates tweeted out yesterday that it was the top two sack getters in like the past like 3 or 4 seasons or something like that was Chandler Jones and JJ Watt, and now they're on the same team along with DeAndre Hopkins and Kyler Murray on that offense. I'm not here to predict anything right now, but I think the Cardinals, if Kyler Murray progresses the way that everybody says that he's going to progress, I have a sneaking suspicion that little old Kyler Murray, little baby Kyler Murray, could be coming into his own this next season. Now, I'm not going to predict anything crazy. Personal opinion, I think the Cardinals finish 9-7 this upcoming season. Even with JJ Watt. Now, I know that JJ Watt is a fantastic Hall of Fame defensive end. And Chandler Jones, probably the same. Probably a Hall of Fame defensive end. But I think the Cardinals finish 9-7. I think they make the playoffs as a wild card team, but I do not think they get better than 9-7. That's my personal opinion. This is coming from a Patriots fan. This is obviously Patriots fan reacts. Patriots fan reacts to crazy things that happen in the NFL. Whenever Deshaun Watson gets traded, because he will get traded, wherever he goes, I'll react to that as well. But this is absolutely crazy. The contract details, I'm pretty sure it's 2 years, $31 million for JJ Watt to be an Arizona Cardinal. That's crazy. I personally didn't want JJ on the Patriots. I know it's crazy to even say that you wouldn't want JJ Watt on the Patriots. And, well, obviously I would want JJ Watt on the Patriots. Any team would want JJ Watt on the Patriots. Or on their team. But what I was thinking was JJ Watt's a little bit older. He's very injury prone. And the way that this Patriots team is built, if we got JJ Watt, what's that going to do? We need more than just JJ Watt. Bringing in JJ is going to be fine. He's going to help us a little bit, but he's not going to be the sole reason why we jump from not making the playoffs this past season to back in the playoffs and back to where we were, winning AFC East championships and winning the division all the time and winning the AFC, going to the Super Bowl. JJ's not going to be the only reason we do that. He could be a piece to it. JJ Watt could definitely be a contributor on a Patriots team that goes to the Super Bowl again, obviously. But my whole reasoning was I didn't want the Patriots to waste their money, the little bit of money that they actually do have. I didn't want to waste it on JJ Watt when there's so many other position needs. We need wide receivers. We need offensive linemen. We need defensive linemen. We need running backs. We need linebackers. We need safeties. We need a whole team. And we need a quarterback. We need a quarterback. And JJ Watt definitely would help us. But for how much? What did we go? What was our record? I don't even remember what our record was this year. But he helps us get 2 more wins? Maybe he gets 3 more wins. That puts us in the wild card, and then we get bounced in like the wild card round or the second round. Who wants that? As a Patriots fan, who wants that? So I'm happy that JJ Watt is not on the Patriots because I want the Patriots to spend their money elsewhere, and I want them to divide it up on a bunch of quality pieces that will help overall in the team. Like, they need to specifically get quality and quantity, not just quality. They need to get quality and quantity, and they need to mash that together and smush it all up and make that into a Super Bowl team that we used to be. So I'm happy that J.J. Watt isn't on the Patriots. I know that sounds weird to say. It's not what it means. Like, I'm obviously, I wish he was on the Patriots, but I'm happy that they didn't spend their money. They didn't spend $31 million over 2 years to get a guy that's older and injury prone that could only help for maybe a couple seasons, and then we don't have any other money to spend on any other position. So it still is mind-blowing the way the NFL has changed over the past couple of seasons. Like, 10 years ago, even 5 years ago, you wouldn't see these kind of massive moves. Star players didn't usually, this isn't the NBA. You didn't see, you don't see players in the NFL move around like the NBA. You don't, James Harden, LeBron James, whoever else. I completely blanked. But the NBA is such a different beast and a different animal that, like, it's crazy how the players have taken control of the situation they're in now. J.J. Watt didn't demand, but he mutually agreed to release with the Texans. Deshaun Watson's currently wanting to be traded. He's demanding to be traded. Matt Stafford wanted to be out of Detroit, so he got out of Detroit. It's crazy, bro. It's abs. Carson Wentz didn't want to be in Philadelphia anymore. He's out of Philadelphia now. It's crazy how the NFL has changed, and it all culminates with J.J. Watt going to Arizona. Saying that is weird. Saying that is definitely pretty strange. Saying J.J. Watt is going to play for Arizona. Man, that is a little bit weird. But I like it. I think it's a good move. I think it's a good move for the Cardinals. I think they're a playoff team that, with the help of J.J. Watt, maybe moves them up into an upper echelon playoff team, maybe like a divisional contender, maybe even an NFC championship game if Kyler Murray can develop. I mean, it's all there. The pieces are all there. They just need to form it and mold it into what they want to be a contending team in the NFC. Because if you really think about it, you got the Packers, you got the Saints, you got maybe the Seahawks if the Seahawks can figure out what they're doing. Probably the Rams with Stafford now. The Niners if they get healthy. There's some teams in the NFC that could be a threat, but the Cardinals definitely could be up there as contenders. So adding J.J. Watt is a big boom and a big plus for the Arizona Cardinals, in my opinion. I like it. I think that I'm glad that it's not the Patriots. I'm kind of tired of news surrounding the Patriots. So I wish they would just keep quiet, sign some names that maybe don't tip off the scales, but they help in the long run to maybe get us back to AFC dominance. So that's what I think about the J.J. Watt trade. It's crazy, man. The way that the NFL has changed is just absolutely crazy, and J.J. Watt is definitely a big part of that. And now he's playing for Arizona. Wild.